It's showtime, my friend. How nice, come on in. So good to see you again. Got stories to share. I'm virtually there. It's showtime, my friend. It's showtime, my friend, with a tear or a grin. We're chomping the bit to begin. Wear sweatpants or slacks, let's break out the snacks. It's showtime, my friend. Now if you have to go, I want you to know it's easy to sign right back in. Connection too slow, hope you don't have to go. It's showtime, my friend. Here we go. It's time to prepare for our online affair. I do hope you'll stay till the end. I've tuned up my axe, get sec and relax. No matter how your day has been, we'll make you smile, make it all worth your while. It's showtime, it's starting in no time. It's showtime, my friend. Hey, it's showtime, and you guys are here, a bunch of you anyway. Let's see, we have, I should acknowledge you guys here. Larry was first. You already got in there even before I tuned in here to line up the thing. And then we got Kim and Mark, and let's see, we've got Mom and her bunch of people over there at Independence Village. Hi, y'all. And Joan and Bob Haskin over there. And I'm sure there'll be some other folks that'll be coming in here. I guess maybe they're going to just have to miss the first stuff. That's all. So let's take a look here what I have lined up next. Oh, really? I was going to do that next? Okay. Well, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and do this one. It's a very long song. It's written by Marty Robbins. I'm going to have to scroll the screen quite a few times, and I have to look at the lyrics the whole time through because there's a lot of lyrics here. This is El Paso, and it was written and recorded by Marty Robbins, and he really did a real fine version of this. So let's see how it goes. Oh, it's a waltz too. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. Nighttime would find me in Rosa's Cantina. Music would play and Felina would whirl. Blacker than night were the eyes of Felina, wicked and evil while casting a spell. My love was deep for this Mexican maiden. I was in love, but in vain I could tell. One night a wild young cowboy came in, wild as the West Texas wind. Dashing and daring, a drink he was sharing with wicked Felina, the girl that I love. So in anger I challenged his right for the love of this maiden. Down went his hand for the gun that he wore. My challenge was answered in less than a heartbeat. The handsome young stranger lay dead on the floor. For just a moment, I stood there in silence, shocked by the foul, evil deed I had done. Many thoughts raced through my mind as I stood there. I had but one chance, and that was to run. Out through the back door of Roses I ran, out where the horses were tied. I caught a good one, it looked like it could run. Upon his back and away I did ride, just as fast as I could from the West Texas town of El Paso out to the Badlands of New Mexico. Back in El Paso, my life would be worthless. Everything's gone in life, nothing is left. That's supposed to be the passing of time. It's been so long since I've seen a young maiden. My love is stronger than my fear of death. I settled up and away I did go, riding alone in the dark. Maybe tomorrow a bullet will find me. Tonight nothing's worse than this pain in my heart. And at last, here I am on the hill overlooking El Paso. I can see Rosa's cantina below. My love is strong and it pushes me onward. Down off the hill to Felina I go. Off to my right, I see 5 mounted cowboys. Off to my left, ride a dozen and more. Shouting and shooting, I can't let them catch me. I have to make it to Rosa's back door. Something is dreadfully wrong, for I feel a deep burning pain in my side. Though I am trying to stay in the saddle, I'm getting weary, unable to ride. But my love for Felina is strong, and I rise where I've fallen. Though I am weary, I can't stop to rest. I see the white puff of smoke from a rifle. I feel the bullet go deep in my chest. From out of nowhere, Felina has found me, kissing my cheek as she kneels by my side. Cradled by 2 loving arms that I'll die for. One little kiss, and Felina, goodbye. All right, that went okay, didn't it? Oh, it's hard to play. I am here, and Nana Rosie too. Oh, good. Hi, and the Belcher family. Excellent. Hi, you guys. I hope you guys didn't miss the beginning. You missed that first song, my special song that I wrote just for the show. It's called Showtime, and Tom Fritz is the one who helped me write that one. I've been trying to figure out. I thought, we should have a song for the show. So there's a little applause. Thank you. All right, how about let's do another one here. This is Willie Nelson's song Crazy, the song that he sold for $75, and probably wishes he hadn't been quite so generous, let's put it that way. Well, at the time, he also said, he's talked about this a little bit, said, I didn't know this was $1 million, so how could I know that? And I look at it and I think, yeah, I could see how you'd kind of wonder and kind of think, maybe I should sell some other song or something. But no, he sold this one. Okay, now I'm going to switch over here and get my drummer going. And here it is. I'll try this. What? That's right. Okay. Da da da. Da da da. Da 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 da. Crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted. Then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering did I do? Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. Crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering, what in the world did I do? Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. Oh, crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Man, it's such a cool song. It had one of the things that I like about it has these diminished chords in it. So he'll do something like, let's see, like a D minor. What a nice chord. And then he comes up here and diminished. And I'm crazy for loving you. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Yep. Oh, who else is here? Oh, Sue Curtis. Hi, Susan. And, I should wave at the camera instead of at the name down on the screen there. Hi, Susan. And Joe made it. There you go. And we've got some hand claps from Kim and Mark. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You know what? I'm getting thirsty here. Let me do this. Remember on Johnny Carson and some of those other talk shows, they would have coffee cups. And you would be suspicious. What is in that coffee cup? Well, it's water, folks. At least it is here, anyway. So you don't drink alcohol while you're singing. That's just going to dry your throat out. So, all right, let's see. I'm going to do this one. This is a song called "Ride of Your Life," and it's a song that I dug up when I was in Nashville in the 90s, early 90s. I made some trips down there and tried to show some of my songs and found some of these other really cool songs. This one is called "Ride of Your Life," and I don't have the guy's name who wrote the song, but he was actually from Midland, Michigan, even though he had moved down to Nashville and was trying to promote his career then. I don't know anything else about it besides that. I could probably look his name up now. But I was a little disappointed in once I met him. So I'm going to go ahead and do the song, and then I'll tell you a little story about when I met him afterwards. So anyway, as I said, it's called "Ride of Your Life." Play it, guys. Tommy Baker lets you ride upon his handlebars. You said it really was something, but you didn't get far. Just around the block and back again. Well, if you were mine, it would never end, 'cause I wanna take you for the ride of your life. You were sweet 16, and girl, you just couldn't wait for your daddy to let you go on your first date. You went cruising Maine, up and down, but you never got further than the edge of town. Oh, well, I want to take you for the ride of your life. We can make it slow or we can go real fast. Either way, I'm gonna make it last. Well, I want to take you for the ride of your life. Oh, let's ride. Now you just can't wait for that carnival to come to town. Get on that big Ferris wheel, go round and around. When your tickets are gone, the ride'll be over, but I'll still be here when we grow older. Well, I wanna take you for the ride of your life. We can take it slow or we can go real fast. Either way, I'm gonna make it last. Well, I wanna take you for the ride of your life. I said I wanna take you for the ride of your life. Well, your daddy used to ride you on his knee. That was then. This is me. Well, I wanna take you for the ride of your life. I said I wanna take you for the ride of your life. I wanna take you for the ride of your life. I said I wanna take you for the ride of your life. There it is, Ride of Your Life from somebody, some songwriter in Nashville. And Jack and Barb made it. How you guys? Woohoo! Oh, you know what? Now, so I have to tell you two things. First of all, the experience of recording this and I think 4 or 5 other songs in Nashville was just amazing. So I'm going to tell a little bit of that story, and then I'll tell about the other part of it. That is that I got down there, and I'd worked in the studio with other people before, but these people were professionals. I mean, they were third string. Now, I've talked before about here the Wrecking Crew in Los Angeles. Well, there's a number one string in Nashville, too, a group of people that are the first call people for recording sessions. They're the top people, and they play all day long. That's how come they're so good. And they play together often. Many of the same people are in that same little group. And so they understand what each other is going to do. They almost can read each other's minds in a way. Fantastic musicians. Well, I couldn't believe these people. I brought in my demo, little recording that I had me singing on it, playing guitar a little bit, and so they'd know what the chords were. And they had a chart in front of them. And so I started to play the demo for them, and they listened for about 15 seconds and said, okay, that's enough. I went, well, don't you need to hear the bridge? And they said, well, let us go ahead and do our thing and see what happens. And then my mouth was hanging open most of the 4-hour session. I was just going, I'm amazed at these people. They played things each. They traded off little parts, and the guitar player came in and just, it was just fantastic. And so, and they had a pedal steel guitar and the drummers. And here's the other thing. They'd play through the whole song, and then when they finished, somebody like the drummer might say, okay, I want to go to the measure just before the first chorus. He said, I missed a note. Can you punch in there? So they go to that part and they listen a little bit and they go, yep, okay, we'll go in there. And they punched in and they'll fix that one little note. And these guys were like, whoa, they could remember that while they were playing with all the heart and feeling that you could put into a song. Those guys were fantastic. So anyway, that's the story about that part. Now, the next thing is I met the songwriter, and I don't remember his name now, but I was telling him, oh, it's such a nice song, just this whole thing about all that, and the guy said, yeah, and it helps me get chicks too, and I thought, oh man, it's like, well, maybe I think I might be talking about the wrong song. There was another one that I did, and that was the one where he's talking about slow healing heart, and I've done that here before, so I'm getting mixed up. It's not the same guy, okay? So I don't want to put the blame on somebody else, but on slow healing heart, he said, I've got a slow healing heart. He's singing the song, and the girls in the audience, oh, poor guy, I will help him, Yeah, I was a little disappointed with that attitude about a song that was so sweet. But anyway, okay, let's move on to this one here. This is called Dream a Little Dream of Me. I've done it fairly recently, but I just want to, I haven't done it. It's just kind of a cool song. It's a little bit like Crazy. Interesting diminished chords. I'm not sure. I don't really like the way that sounds. I'd like this better. Oh. So, I'm going to do the first opening ones with that, but then I'm going to switch to the correct chord because it fits the voice better. So, all right, here we go. Nope. Don't stop now, guys. Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore trees. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty-night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear. Still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dreams till moonbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear. Still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dreams till moonbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, wherever they be, dream a little dream of me. Do 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 do. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear. Still craving your kiss. to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dreams till moonbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, wherever they be, dream a little dream of, dream a little dream of, dream a little dream of me. And Kim put up a nice little sleeping moon, or sleeping face, I guess it is, with heart. Dream a little dream of me. You know, it sounds like such a simple song, but let me tell you, writing something like that is no easy feat. Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. I mean, it sounds so easy, but let me tell you. Mark Wright and I wrote a song together called Believe, and we labored over that thing over the course of about 2 months. We'd meet, and then we'd go apart, and I'd continue to fuss with it, and then we'd come back, and he'd have some ideas, and I'd have some ideas, and we'd keep going. And even then, it's still, as much as I think it's a heartfelt song and so on, the simplicity of something like this, it's pretty hard to beat it. Okay, so let's move on here. I'm going to do a medley of songs, and part of this is just to show you a little bit about this drum computer that I have here. I'm going to try this. Let me see if I can. Let me put the guitar over on this side here so that I can grab. I'm going to grab the camera here, and maybe the cord's not long enough, or it's wrapped around too many things. Well, I guess I can't show you what I want to show you. Anyway, the drum machine is this thing over here. That's not going to work. Okay, so anyway, it's the drum computer. It has stored individual sounds. A bass drum, and it has a snare drum, and it has cymbals, and it has tom-toms, all those kind of things. It's got all those different sounds as individuals, and then they let you piece them together so that you can have a, just like we did on this song here. I'm going to tap that pedal. And this particular beat that I'm going to use right now is what I call the most popular rock and roll drum beat. It goes like this. And I will tell you, it is so popular, there are hundreds of thousands of songs that work with that exact beat. Most of the time, it's not very exciting for the drummer because they're only going, or the bass drum, and then they hit the hi-hat cymbal, little cymbal on the side, though, like that. So a lot of drummers get really bored doing this kind of thing, and they'll just sit there and go, yeah. But I'll tell you what, the studio guys, the top studio guys, they don't fuss around. They'll play that beat. They don't care. Their goal is to play the most solid thing that they can behind the singer and the other musicians so that everybody knows where to go. And if they do something special, like, for instance, boom, 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 bop, boom, they'll do a little fill part, and that comes in back on the downbeat, and that tells everybody it's the end of a verse or the end of a line, and we're going to move on to the next thing. And so they'll do it really simple, something just simple like that. But a lot of drummers, they'll and they come in early because they're hurrying and they need to keep that tempo in their head. Well, the guys that are really super good often will find a way to lock into the bass player, and so to them, if they mess up, now they're messing somebody else up, and they like to have that thing. They work with a thing they call the groove. They're looking for that place where they fall into a place and it seems like they can do no wrong, but it doesn't happen all the time. And so they're always searching for that. So I say the really good drummers, they're not worried about, oh, am I going do 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 do? They're trying to think, can I hit my drum just a little in the right place and give it a little better tone? And how about that hi-hat? And the singer's doing a little thing. Maybe if I just do this a little differently, it'll add to it. And those guys are really searching to make the song better. They're not worried about trying to show off their fancy drumming licks. So a long story about that. But what this is then is with this drum beat, as I said, thousands, possibly hundreds of songs, I'm going to run a bunch of songs together here. And you're going to see, I'm just going to move right from one to the other, and the drum part's going to stay the same. Here we go. I left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day, and I never lost 1 minute of sleeping, worrying about the way things might have been. A big wheel keep on turning, a proud Mary keep on burning, rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. I clean a lot of plates in Memphis, pump a lot of tang down in New Orleans, but I never saw the good side of a city till I hitched a ride on a riverboat queen. A big wheel keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning, rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Oh yeah. Louie, Louie, oh baby, now me gotta go. Yeah, 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 Louie, Louie, oh baby, so me gotta go. A fine little girl, she wait for me. I catch a ship all across the sea. I sail that ship all alone. I'll never know if I will make it home. I said, Louie, Louie, oh baby, said me gotta go. Yeah, 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 Louie, Louie, oh baby, said me gotta go. 3 nights and days I sail the sea. I think of that girl constantly. On that ship I dream she's there. I smell the rose in her hair. I said, Louie, Louie, oh baby, said me gotta go. Yeah, 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 Louie, Louie, oh baby, said me gotta go. Another one now. A wild thing, you make my heart sing. You make everything groovy. Yeah, come on now, wild thing. Wild thing, think you move me, huh? I won't know for sure. Come on, wild thing, hold me tight. Yeah, you move me, wild thing. You make my heart sing. You make everything groovy. Oh, come on now, wild thing. Wild thing, think I love you. I wanna know for sure. Come on, wild thing, hold me tight. Yep, I love you. Oh, wild thing. You make my heart sing. Well, Sloopy, I don't care what your daddy do, 'cause you know, Sloopy girl, I'm in love with you. So I'm singing, hang on, Sloopy, Sloopy, hang on. Oh, 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 hang on, Sloopy, Sloopy, hang on. I met a gin-soaked barroom queen in Memphis. Tried to take me upstairs for a ride. She had to heave me right across her shoulder. I just can't seem to drink off my mind. It's a honky-tonk women. I said, gimme, gimme, gimme the honky-tonk blues. Just take those old records off the shelf. I sit and listen to them by myself. 2 days of music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time of rock and roll. Don't try to take me to a disco. You'll never even get me out on the floor. 10 minutes, I'll be late for the door. I like that old time of rock and roll. Just like that old time of rock and roll. That kind of music just soothes your soul. I reminisce about the days of old and that old time of rock and roll. Now if you go down to the river, I bet you're gonna find some people who live. You don't gotta worry if you got no money, 'cause people on the river, they happy to give. A big wheel keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning, rolling, 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 rolling on the river. I was a rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Oh yeah. And after that, all those songs were the same beat. There were other songs like, well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. Almost all disco worked that way. Sometimes they'll play the bass drum. The bass drum will be boom, 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 every beat instead of boom, boom, boom. They'll do, and also on the hi-hat, the ticka, 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 ticka. There was a thing that they did, and I think, if I'm right, Hal Blaine kind of invented that. He heard it from somebody else, just heard a thing that somebody made a mistake, and he said, that's cool, and he kept trying to put it in to the songs he was doing in the studio, and the producers would go, what are you doing? What was that? What was that? Who did that? And Hal would say, yeah, I did. And they said, I don't like that. I don't do that. So he held, but he kept introducing. He put it in a little bit, and finally somebody said, hey, that's cool, and pretty. Other drummers started picking up, and the next thing, that became the whole sound of disco. Pretty interesting. Hey, thank you, Sue. All right, thanks. Just more water. But I want to tell you about a couple of these songs that I did in here. First of all, Louie Louie was a song that was, I think, some songwriters or a group down in the Caribbean came up with it, and so I had this kind of a little off way of speaking. Fine little girl, wait for me. Catch a ship across the sea. Sail that ship all alone. Never know if I make it home. Okay, now, when this song came out by some American musicians, I don't know if maybe they couldn't pick up all the words, or maybe they were uh, under the influence of something when they sang, but they muffled it. They really messed up the song. And from what I understand, the singer might have been even lying on his back. I knew that for the song Inagata de Vida, that's what had happened. But they were saying that the guy might have been a little off in this, or he was too far from the microphone, whatever it was. And it was really hard to pick it up. And so a lot of people thought that they were X-rated lyrics, because they were kind of a little hard to hear, and people could sort of think that it sounded like, was that the word they said? And pretty soon people were talking about, oh yeah, it's filled. Well, the FCC got involved, and they listened to the song over and over again. They finally said, we don't know what the heck they're singing, so we're not going to rip this song. We're not going to take it off the air. So that was the first thing, is that song got quite a reputation, but they refused to take it off the air. Next thing was the song Wild Thing. I mean, this is amazing. Chip Taylor, now I have to tell you who Chip Taylor is. Chip Taylor was born John Wesley Voight. Now that's interesting because his brother is the actor John Voight. Now why would you have two John Voights? Well, I don't know how they came up with that. Maybe that's some information that I've got is incorrect. But I do know that Chip Taylor is Angelina Jolie's uncle. Now wait, that's his uncle. And Chip also wrote a song called "Just Call Me Angel," "Just Call Me Angel in the Morning," which was a hit for Merrily Rush in 1968. But what happened was he was in the studio with the Troggs, and they were recording some stuff. And I don't even know if he had any other songs on that album, but they didn't have enough songs for the whole album, and so they took a break, and he went into the stairwell and sat down. In about 5 or 10 minutes, he said he wrote this song. It was just a throwaway. Nobody thought anything of it, and that's the one that was the only hit for the group, the Troggs. And of course, Jimi Hendrix did this song too at the Monterey Pop Festival. He did it quite differently than this, let me tell you that. And then, now the next one I want to talk about is the song "Hang On Sloopy." Well, that was done by a group called, oh no, I'm not going to be able to say their name. I know who can. Kim, you can help me. But I do know that Rick Derringer was one of the guys in that band. He was just a teenager at the time, and Rick Derringer, you wouldn't know from "Hang On Sloopy." You wouldn't know from that guy was a superb and awesome guitar player. He still tours around and performs, and he also produced a whole bunch of other musicians. He even produced an album by Barbra Streisand. So his level of competency is obviously quite high. Otherwise, she wouldn't have worked with him. He produced albums by remember the album that had "They Only Come Out at Night," which was the Johnny Winter, Edgar Winter group, and he also produced quite a few albums by Johnny Winter until he finally just kind of gave up. He said, "Man, I couldn't keep Johnny Winter sober long enough, to do an album." It was very discouraging for him. But anyway, real cool, interesting stuff. This guy emerged from that little group. The McCoys, you got it. I knew you could do it, Kim. Oh my song. You even looked it up. The song was by Wes Farrell and Burt Burns. So it wasn't even the guys in the band themselves. Well, unless Wes Farrell and Burt Burns were in the McCoys, which I don't think they were. Well, anyway, let's move on to another song. This one is "Stand By Me." I think I've done it pretty recently too, but I'm still getting used to it. There are a few rhythmic oddities in this song, and I kind of like them. I kind of like to be able to flow with it here, so we'll get this one going here. Do I have the right beat for this one? Oh, guess what? This is exactly the same beat. I told you there are thousands of songs. Exactly the same beat as all that other stuff. Here it goes. Recognize that? All right. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light I see, no, I won't be afraid, no, oh, I won't be afraid, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me, stand by me. And if the sky we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, no, oh, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Do 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 So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Oh, darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Cha cha cha. Okay, I have a song I want to do for you now. This is one I wrote with a lady from Las Vegas. Her name was Joan Walker, and we were all part of a songwriter group. And I wrote another song with another lady from that group that was called Life's a Beach, which some of you have heard before. And you've probably heard this one. I think I've only done it twice before on the show over the course of maybe 3 years. I think I've only done this a few times. So here it is, called Here and Now. And a little explanation would help probably. Joan wrote this for her brother. Her brother had cancer, and she really wanted to get the message across to him how important he was for her, and that just because things might be ending, it's no time to forget about what's happening right now. We'll get worried about all the things that, what do we got to take care of and this and that, and then finally you end up going, oh, gee, I should have been paying a little more attention. So here it is, Here and Now. People talk of love with words like forever, promises, painted dreams, and poetry. But love won't mean we'll always be together. So I'm glad you're in the here and now with me. So what good is yesterday but for memories of melodies, movie scenes, and make-believe? Tomorrow's a gift known only by the sender. So I'm glad you're in the here and now with me. Here's my love for all of today. For today is all we really have. And now's when we make all those moments count, as if they were diamonds in our hands. Wish I could say life had no Decembers, no cloudy skies, crying winds, uncertainties. But all I want you to know for sure is that I'm glad you're in the here and now with me. Yes, I'm glad you're in the here and now with me. So there's the song that the lyrics that she wrote for her brother, and I came up with that music. I was in, let's see, Montana, Billings, Montana, I think, and I had played a weekend of shows, and I didn't have to go to the next show for quite a while, and the people let me stay at their hotel. Very nice of them. They said, hey, we're not booked up on the week, so why don't you go ahead and stay? So it's really nice to be able to do that. And that gave me time to sit down and try to figure out what to do with this song. Turned out nice, I think. How about Louis Armstrong's What a Wonderful World? And I have to tell the story of this. I think some of you already know because I've told it before, but it did not become a hit here in the United States because, well, at least when it was recorded, because ABC Records president Larry Newton wanted another swinging song like Hello Dolly for Louis Armstrong. And he wanted them to speed up the song. He kept saying, come on, you guys got to move it faster. And they got into an argument, and the songwriters, Bob Thiel and George Weiss, and the arranger, Artie Butler, locked the head of the record company out of the studio. And from that day on, Newton refused to promote the record in any way. He wouldn't put any money out of it here. But you may not know that their record companies will often have different arms around the world. And ABC Records could have a place like, say, in England and Germany perhaps, and Japan. And in fact, this song became a hit in Japan and in Europe, despite what Larry Newton wanted to do, which was stop the record. And I think he probably said something, this song is going to be a hit in the United States over my dead body. Well, he died, and then it became a hit. But by that time, Louis Armstrong was already gone. Oh, my gosh, all the crazy things that happen. Politics should be left to the politicians, not to people in the music business. Oh, my gosh. All right, so here we go. Oh, I see Mark. Hi, Mark. I saw you before while I was doing a song, but I thought if I say something now, I will lose my place in the song. So here we go. Golly, I can't believe we're down to like 5-6 minutes left. All right. This is What a Wonderful World. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed days, dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. All the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, All the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I see them grow, and they'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Ain't that nice? Oh, hey, thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah. One of Mark's favorite songs, What a Wonderful World. I didn't know that. I think you said that one time before there. Yes, Susan Curtis says hi to Mark. Mark says hi to Susan. Good. Well, let's see. We're 2 minutes left. I can't believe this, folks. I got a ton of things that I want to do for you. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me do this one. This is another song called, this isn't called What a Wonderful World. This is called Wonderful World. And I played this on the show a few months back, written by a fellow by the name of Bill Curtis. And he lives in Williamston. And I heard him play this song. I've heard him play a lot of his songs, but this one somehow grabbed me. And so I'm going to finish up with this one. It has a kind of a nice little feeling to it. Let's see. Keep your feet on the level, try not to stumble, walk your feet across solid ground. Watch the cuts and incisions, measure your decisions, acknowledge what you've lost and found. Make the good overpower, smell all of the flowers, you're part of a bigger plan. And all this time your style of living, receiving people and what you are giving. Hey, you decide how you live in this wonderful world. Is it fate? Why things happen? An accident, a mapping, a blast from outer space. Let's agree that the chaos is something way beyond us, but you control your inner space. Live your life with some balance, incorporate some romance, try to be a better man or woman. All this time your style of a living, receiving people and what you are giving. You decide how you live in this wonderful world. They feed it through the social media. Is it full or empty, my friend? Look into the mirror and smile at the end of the day. Do 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 do. La da 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 la da 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 la da 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 da. Make it good, overpower, smell all of the flowers, you're part of a bigger plan. All this time your style of living, receiving people and what you are giving. You decide how you live in this wonderful world. A wonderful world. said you decide how you live in this wonderful world. Wonderful world. In this wonderful world. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and finish up with the what I call the TV segment music because it was written for a TV show. Here we go. We'll start this out, and I'm looking forward already. I've got so many songs left over. Woo! I wanted even to do Hey Jude tonight, but I'll have to wait for another night. I want y'all to sing along during that one, so thank you, everybody, for being here. Make sure to tell your friends about it. If you've got an email, when the email comes to you, send it on to somebody else. Forward it. Say, hey, come on, there's a cool show we're watching on Monday nights. I hope it's a cool show. Well, you can tell them that, can't you? Sure you can. Hey, thanks, everybody. I'm now going to fade off the screen in my favorite method, using what I think of as Alfred Hitchcock method. Here we go. But of course, I'm still here. And now for the final terror. The screen disappeared altogether. Bye-bye, fireplace. Colonel Mustard with a wrench in the library. See you next time, everybody. Good night.